Right. So actually, I have never been to Japan, but I'm always quite fascinated by their culture, their philosophies, and their history. And when a friend of mine visited Japan, that just increased my curiosity about the country. Here's a quick shout out to my friend Becca, if you're watching this video, who went to Japan and shared a lot of stories with me as well. Japan is a culture which is known for its simplicity, philosophies, mindfulness, and that really intrigued me to read more about Japanese philosophies. And the more I read about them, the more I realized that how these can be incorporated in daily life and how it can really help us to improve on our mental well-being, also quality of life. And actually the first one in my list is wabi-sabi, which means embracing imperfection. In this time and age when we're all trying to be perfect, we all want to have perfect life, perfect relationships, perfect careers, perfect family, and perfect friends. Wabi-sabi celebrates the beauty in imperfection. And kintsugi, which is a Japanese art form, is an example of celebrating imperfection. So as the story goes, back in the time when one of the Japanese emperor broke his favorite bowl, he sent to get it repaired. When it got back, he saw these cracks in the bowl, which made him realize that yes, the bowl was perfect in itself, but once it broke down and they filled these cracks with gold and silver, it looked even more beautiful. And today, kintsugi as an art form is celebrated not only in Japan but across the world, where they intentionally fill their cracks with gold and silver to celebrate that imperfection. And actually, this is backed by science as well. A study by Harvard University found out that embracing imperfection and practicing self-compassion can significantly reduce level of stress and anxiety. So, if you have been holding yourself to unrealistic standards, it's time to let that go and start celebrating you as yourself, because imperfection is beautiful. I've also started practicing that in myself. For example, back in the day, I would not publish any video which I would not think is perfect. But now, as soon as I make a video and I do everything I can, I just publish it, knowing that no matter what I do, I cannot achieve perfection. My second favorite Japanese philosophy is ikigai, also known as find your purpose. Ikigai literally translates to a reason for being, or more simply, purpose in life. Now we all are doing so many things in life, but oftentimes when we think about what is my purpose, it really makes one wonder. And ikigai actually has a really good answer to that question. So ikigai actually talks about that you can find purpose in your life by combining 3 points. 1, what you love. 2, what you're really good at. And 3, what the world needs. All these 3 points meet, that is your purpose of life. And many studies have found out actually that people who have a strong and clear purpose in their life, they lead a very happy and meaningful life. And actually, I also have done that exercise myself, where I sat down and I thought, okay, what is it which I really love, what I'm good at, and what this world needs. And when I combine these things together, I kind of figured out purpose in life. So if you're also struggling to find the purpose in your life, sit down, think about these 3 things, and see what you find out. My third philosophy is Kaizen, which is the power of small but consistent improvements. And although Kaizen is a small idea, but it's extremely popular in the business world. When I studied total quality management, we also had this concept taught to us. And how you need to make sure that you're making improvements every single day, consistently, to see the bigger results. Actually, there are so many studies, so many examples, research backed the idea of making small but consistent actions every single day can lead to big results. One of the reasons is that every single time when we think about achieving something big, thought of achieving that big thing is quite daunting. And I had the same experience when I was working on my PhD. I used to think, oh my God, how I'm going to write 80,000 word document for my PhD. And just the thought of writing that big document would just make me so anxious, worried, to the extent that I was not able to do anything. The minute I started to break down that big task into smaller, more achievable goals, but with consistent actions, writing every single day, I started seeing light at the end of the tunnel. So the whole idea is, if you have something big to achieve, if you have anything to achieve in life, always take small but consistent actions towards that to see the results. My philosophy number 4 is Shoshin, which means adapt with beginner's minds. And I really love this idea of having the beginner mind, because what happens at some point that when you are doing something for some time, you start to feel complacent. You think, okay, I know it all. I don't have anything else to learn. But every single time when you try and keep that beginner mind, when you have that attitude of openness, where you're eager to learn and you don't have any preconceived notions, you learn and grow exponentially. So no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, no matter what you've experienced in life, every single time when you're doing something new, just leave everything behind you and look at it from a very fresh perspective, and you will see the difference. And in that, I really love this quote by Albert Einstein, who said, "The more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know." So even at the peak of his career, he always maintained the humility and the childlike eagerness to learn more. So be curious, keep an open mind, and be ready and willing to learn anytime. Philosophy number 5, which I really practice every single day, is mono no aware, which means appreciate life's impermanence. You see, we always look around our things and we think, well, if I have these people around me, if I have the scenery around me, if I have this object around me, this is going to be there forever. But in reality, that's not true, because change is the only permanent thing in life. Everything else, not really. So this philosophy really teaches us to be aware of the fleeting nature of everything around us and appreciate those moments while they last. And actually in Japan, it's very common to appreciate the impermanence of life. So for example, they would appreciate the cherry blossom while it's in season, because they know after a few months it's not going to be there. And actually that takes us back to practicing gratitude in every single day, because you never know what life throws next at you and how things might change around you. And there you have it, 5 very powerful Japanese philosophies which can really make you look at life and the world in a different manner. I hope you enjoyed this video, because I loved learning about these things. And if you enjoyed this video, please do consider subscribing to my channel. Also share this with your friends, because you never know, you might all want to go to Japan one day. And don't forget to share in the comment section which philosophy was really relatable to you. Until next video, take care. Bye.